Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final day of your 2025 North American. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are joining us here in Freedom Hall, we now ask that you please stand for the playing of our national anthem. Show cows. There it is. Is that the best one he's done in 14 days? Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's the last day. Warren, that's actually the only one he's done since we started the beef show. They had a lady singing over in the South Sea. Really, she wasn't really singing. She's like to the radio, back to the phone, I know, and now I get the privilege of next year while I'm playing for the national.
You're just gonna have to use my phone, I think.
Okay, that's fine.
We'll make it.
So. Attention to the barns. This is your first call, Class 4B Charolais. First call, Class 4B Charolais. As we kick off your National Charolais show this morning, we'd like to introduce your judge, Mr. Danny Harker of Hope, Indiana. Danny is the owner of Hark Simmentals with his wife Jill and sons Luke and Chase. At Harker Simmentals, they raise Simmental cattle as well as main and Jew cattle, and their number one priority is that customer success always comes first. We'd also like to introduce your Santa Gertrudis judge today, Mr. Chan Phillips of Maysville, Kentucky. Chan is the co-owner of Rock and P Livestock and a manager for Circle M Farms out of their Texas, Missouri, and Oklahoma locations. One interesting fact about Chan is that he has shown here at the North American every year since 1974. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome your judges today, Mr. Chan Phillips and Danny Harker. Results of Class 1 of your early summer heifer calves of your Santa Gertrudis show. In first place goes to Miss Georgia 15, exhibited by Landon Hurd. This is your first call, Class 8, 9, and 11, Santa Gertrudis. First call, Class 8, 9, and 11, Santa Gertrudis. Second call, Class 4B. Second call, Class 4B, Charolais.
Well, good morning. It's a pleasure to be here on the Green Shavings to judge the Charolais show this morning. An outstanding class of 4 heifers here we start off with. One that I think leads this class in terms of balance and eye appeal, gives you a really good look from the side. You like the little moderation that this one has in terms of her weight per day of age, maybe. That I think that's one there is very, very sensible to me in terms of size. But love the design, love the angulation to her shoulder, the extension that she has through that front 1/3. I think where she really excels this class is when you set her into motion. Extremely flexible off of both ends. Awesome structured female to start off with. A really dense female here coming out next. One that's been fighting this young man out here in the ring. I wish that one would kind of settle in. There's a lot of good to that female. Not quite as neat and attractive through that front 1/3 as what our class winner is, but one that's really dense when you get in behind her. A lot of substance of bone and carries down to a really nice foot shape and design to that one there in second. The heifer coming out here in third, one that's really neat in terms of her look from the side. You get up on her though, she's a little flatter. I'd like to give her a little bit more true product from one end to the other, but that's a heifer with a very bright future, very well balanced, very nice female here going out in the third place hole. The high weight per day of age heifer here coming out next is one that's definitely got some muscle and some shape and dimension to her, just lacks that little bit of extra wow factor that the ones that have in front of her going to make a really, really nice cow project.
Third and final call, Class 4B, Charolais. Third and final call, Class 4B, Charolais. This is your first call, Class 7. First call, Class 7, Charolais. Results of Class 1A of your Charolais show. In first place goes to entry number 6, TCC Smokin' Monty 5N, exhibited by Kylie Berg of Maysville, West Virginia. Second place goes to entry number 4, Saul Boy Shelley 595N, exhibited by Isaac and Clay D. Montgomery of Lancaster, Kentucky. Third place goes to entry number 7, TSSE IMC Diana 5033N, exhibited by Barrett Evans of Dover, Ohio. Fourth place goes to entry number 5, exhibited by Anna P. Link of Rio, Illinois, and Bewley Farms of Yates City, Illinois. This is your second call, Class 8, 9, and 11, Santa Gertrudis. Second call, Class 8, 9, and 11.
Very nice pair of heifers here in the Charolais ring. We start off with the one that's a little bigger in terms of her frame size, excels a little bit in terms of growth out here, but a heifer that's extremely well balanced, long bodied. You'd like to see maybe a little bit more center portion of body to that heifer at this stage of the game, but one that's extremely flexible, extremely sound, very fresh and very feminine out here to start off this class. You like a lot of things about the heifer coming out here in second. I'd just like to give her a little bit more performance to compete with our class winner, but that's a heifer that's got a tremendous amount of rib to her, really well balanced, one that you just like to open up a little bit when you get in behind her, make her a little wider and truer in that pin set, but a very nice heifer there in second place.
Your Class 3 results of your Santa Gertrudis show. In first place goes to Miss 777 Candyman, 777N4, exhibited by Caroline Daniel. Second place goes to BMN15, exhibited by Alan Barlow. Now exhibiting in the ring is the selection of your champion Santa Gertrudis female.
When we get these Charolais back out here for our first division, I think that's a very nice lineup of class winners in their respective seconds. I think there's one that really comes to the top for me in terms of balance and eye appeal and power and performance. That's going to be the young lady out of the first class. She'll be your champion.
Second call, Class 7 Charolais. Second call, Class 7 Charolais. Results of Class 1B of your spring heifer calves of your National Charolais show. In first place goes to entry number 11, Rebalani, exhibited by Garner Show Cattle of Hamilton, Ohio. Second place goes to entry number 13, Sug Nilla Wafer, exhibited by Michaela Sug of Akron, New York. Congratulations, your spring calf champion of your National Charolais show goes to entry number 6, TCC Smokin' Monty 5N, exhibited by Kylie Berg of Maysville, West Virginia. Your reserve spring calf champion goes to entry number 4, Soul Boy Shelley 595N, exhibited by Isaac Clay Montgomery of Lancaster, Kentucky. This is your final call, Class 8, 9, and 11, Santa Gertrudis female. Second call, Class 8, 9, and 11, Santa Gertrudis. Third and final call, Class 7 Charolais. Third and final call, Class 7 Charolais. This is your first call, Class 8. First call, Class 8 Charolais.
An interesting pair of Charolais females here, but I think this one we start off with just excels this pair in terms of balance, eye appeal, softness in terms of her center port of her body. I love the shoulder design and extension that one has through her front 1/3. She's built like a lady, gets out and gets around the ring extremely well out here. Exceptional female to start off this class with. Love the power and the stoutness that this next heifer brings to the table, and in turn she carries a little bit more shoulder. She's a little coarser. She's a little more out in terms of the point of that shoulder, but that's a heifer with a ton of muscle in her. Just like to tone that one down a little bit in her tailhead to get her to compete with that one in front of her, but two exceptional females.
This is your second call, Class 8 Charolais females. Second call, Class 8 Charolais females. Please make your way to the makeup arena. All remaining Santa Gertrudis females, please make your way to the makeup arena. All Santa Gertrudis females, please make your way to the makeup arena. Results of Class 4A of your National Charolais Show. In first place goes to entry number 17 with a weight of 1,012 pounds. Soul Shelley, 542N, exhibited by Claire E. Holloway of Olmsted, Kentucky. Second place with a weight of 935 pounds goes to entry number 30, JFS Charlene, 223, exhibited by Hadley L. Hendrickson of Farmland, Indiana. This is your third and final call, Class 8 Charolais. Third and final call, Class 8.
Really nice trio of heifers here in the Charolais show. You get these top two eye here and get to comparing things. Very, very high quality. Both individuals are very flexible when you set them into motion, good in their joint structure. I think there's just more of the heifer that I use to win this class. She's the one that I see as being rounder in her rib shape, being wider in her top, more true dimension when you get in behind her in terms of pin width and muscle shape down that top. More of my kind of cattle. I mean, just a really, really nice heifer with some extra shape and some extra dimension and punch to her. Love the added bone work and the foot shape she brings to the table. Love a lot of things about this heifer here in second. Really extended, really flat in terms of her shoulder design. But when you get up on her, I'd like to see just a little bit more true shape down that heifer's top for me. That's one of those things that I like to see. I like to see a barrel-shaped rib. I'd just like to make that one a little stouter down her back to compete with that one in front of her. Two really, really high-quality heifers there. Heifer coming out third, maybe not quite as balanced in terms of the two in front of her, but good in terms of her overall build and her type and kind. One that just needs a little bit more in terms of the wow factor to compete with those two in front of her today. Congratulations.
Your Class 4 results of your Santa Gertrudis show. In first place goes to entry number 13, XL's River Honor 801, exhibited by XL Santa Gertrudis. Second place goes to entry number 15, Miss 777 Candyman 901N, exhibited by Caroline Daniel. Third place goes to entry number 1, BMN 190, exhibited by Alan Barlow. Your Class 5 results of your Santa Gertrudis show. In first place is entry number 16, SCC Miss D. Bossy Dream of Kelly 912N, exhibited by Pitchford Cattle. Second place goes to entry number 17, Miss Honey Badger Magnolia 44N, exhibited by Pitchford Cattle. Third place goes to entry number 14, XL's Dream Girl 23, exhibited by Alan Barlow. This is your first call, Class 12, 15, and 16, Charolais. First call, Class 12, 15, and 16.
We get our class winners and the respected seconds back here. I think it's a very nice division of these fall heifer calves. I think there's one, though, that comes to the top just in terms of overall look and balance and power that she brings to the table. Then there's another one that's truly unique in terms of her type and kind, just a little bit different. I'm going to go ahead and use this young lady right here as your champion.
Your Class 4B results of your Charolais females in first place and also your champion junior calf goes to entry number 18 with a weight of 951 pounds. Boy GS Nicky and 519, exhibited by John T. Davis III of Ivy, South Carolina. Second place in class and also your reserve junior calf champion female goes to entry number 33 with a weight of 1,009 pounds. Schaefer's Shady Lady 811N, exhibited by Lizzie Schaefer of Owanaco, Illinois. Third place in Class 4B goes to entry number 34, APL Bewley SCG Willow 508, exhibited by Anna P. Link of Rio, Illinois. This is your second call, Class 12, 15, and 16 Charolais. Second call, Class 12, 15, and 16 Charolais.
Another nice pair of Charolais females here within this class. And this young man's heifer we start off with, I think just has that extra wow factor. Love the extension through that front 1/3. Love that animal's shoulder design. The flexibility that she has off of both ends. The foot size that she puts to the ground with adequate bone, but yet one that's big backed and got a ton of rib to her. Very high quality heifer to start off this class with. Another high performing good heifer here coming out in second, one that just doesn't have the overall extras that our class winner does, but you talk about one that covers the basics in terms of foot structure and soundness out here in the ring, one that you just like to give a little bit more look to.
Congratulations, your Division I champion of your Santa Gertrudis show. In first place goes to entry number 13, XL's River Honor 801, exhibited by XL Santa Gertrudis. Your reserve champion goes to entry number 12, Miss 777 Candyman 777N4, exhibited by Caroline Daniel. This is your third and final call, Class 12, 15, and 16 Charolais. Third and final call, Class 12, 15, and 16. This is your final call. All remaining Santa Gertrudis females, please make your way to the makeup arena. All remaining Santa Gertrudis females, please make your way to the makeup arena. This is your first call, class 19 and 20. Charolais, first call, class 19 and 20.
Wow, what a female to start off this class with in the Charolais ring. I tell you what, when you study one out here, whether she's parked or on the move, that's the one that's got the wow factor in terms of extension through that front 1/3, length of spine, softness of body, really soft at the ground when she gets out and goes, impeccable in terms of her foot design and structure from the ground all the way up. I think that's a really high quality heifer, very easy decision for me to get her to the top. You get into our second, third place heifer, I think it gets a little bit closer. They're different in their types and kinds, but they both bring a lot of good to the table. I think the one that's a little bit more sensible in her size and balance is the heifer here in second. I like the way she lays in a little better through that tailhead design. That's one that's maybe just a little better in her foot design than what the third place heifer is. Two really high quality heifers. I just like the overall balance that this second place heifer brings to the table. Like a lot of things about this third place heifer, she's the bigger frame kind of heifer. She's one of just like to tone down a little bit in terms of the way that tailhead lays in her, give her a little bit more true pin set when you get in behind her, but you love the extension, you love the added look, you love the added dimension that one brings to the table. Gets just a little longer and pointier toed than what I'd like to ideally see compared to those top two in front of her, but a really, really good heifer there going out in third. Big, high-performing heifer here in the next hole. It's a heifer I think brings a lot of good in terms of power, performance. If you're out there trying to add pounds to your cow herd, that cow will definitely do it. Just like to see that one have a little bit more in terms of the wow factor through that front 1/3 to get her up any higher. Then we got another big, powerfully constructed heifer coming out next. Ton of muscle, ton of shape, ton of performance. Just need to relax that one in her shoulder. She wants to get a little too upright out here for me today. A nice set of females.
Congratulations to your Class 7 winner of your Santa Gertrudis show. In first place goes to entry number 21, Miss 777 Candyman 452 M2, exhibited by Cooper Flyler. This is your second call, Class 19 and 20, Charolais. Second call, Class 19 and 20.
plenty of substance to bone, very agile on the move. I like the way she balances from her flank up into her forerib. Just a real nice single entry to represent this particular class.
Back over here in the Charolais ring, we bring these class winners and their respected seconds back out here for the division. There's one that hit me really hard when she walked in within her class and just gives you that killer look and the ultra balance that I really like to see in cattle in terms of shape, in terms of that feminine look. Young ladies, really sound heifer here out of that last class will be your champion.
Results of Class 8 of your senior heifer Charolais calves. In first place and also your senior calf champion goes to entry number 46, BFWGB Paisley 440 with a weight of 1,097 pounds, was exhibited by Brecky J. Bernard of Foosland, Illinois. Second place in Class 8 went to entry number 42, Schaefer's Candace 423L, exhibited by Lizzie C. Schaefer of Awanico, Illinois. Third in place, entry number 20, RF Miss Mara, 4335, exhibited by Macy Hoag of Illinois City, Illinois. Fourth place to entry number 21, exhibited by Emily Bergeson. In fifth place, entry number 45, exhibited by Matthew Berline. Congratulations, your reserve senior calf champion female of your National Charolais show went to entry number 19, TCC Miss America 2100N, exhibited by Vance Heinrichs of Lost River, West Virginia. Third and final call, Class 19 and 20 Charolais. Third and final call, Class 19 and 20.
Boy, the good ones just keep coming in over here in the Charolais ring. This single entry heifer could definitely stand some competition. I love a lot of things about this female. Angulation to that shoulder, the length and extension through that front 1/3, the huge back and hip that heifer possesses with that round rib shape that I so much like. But that one's extremely flexible off of both ends when you set her into motion. Young lady's got a really high quality May heifer here in this single entry class.
Attention in the barns, Supreme Drive exhibitors. The show will not start any sooner than noon. Once again, Supreme Drive exhibitors. The show this afternoon will start not before noon. Your Class 12 results of your National Charolais show. In first place with a weight of 1,474 pounds, entry number 54, Boy H.L. Mary, M452, exhibited by Brooke Poland of Darwin, Minnesota.
Really nice April heifer here. In this single entry class, you know, this one in terms of brood cow look and production oriented, I think this is the one that gives you a lot of those features. Really bold in the center part of her body, really angular and feminine through the front 1/3, extremely flexible off both ends with a good foot shape and design to her. Just a nice, sensible cow here within this class. Congratulations.
Results of Class 8 of your Open Santa Gertrudis show. In first place goes to entry number 24, Miss 777 Granite 732, exhibited by Pitchford Cattle. Your Class 9 results of your Open Santa Gertrudis female show. In first place goes to entry number 27, Miss 777 Honey Badger 44M2, exhibited by Anna Rustin Phillips. Congratulations, your Division II champion of your Open Santa Gertrudis females. Your champion goes to entry 24, Miss 777 Granite 732, exhibited by Pitchford Cattle. Your reserve champion goes to tag 27, Miss 777 Honey Badger 44M2, exhibited by Anna Rustin Phelps. This is your second call, Class 23 and 27 Charolais. Second call, Class 23 and 27.
Well, this is one of those classes that nobody deserves to be last. I tell you what, 3 extremely high quality females, but anybody that knows me and the type of cattle that we show and the type of cattle that we try to exhibit across the country with my boys showing, you know that I like cattle that are fresh. You know that I like cattle that are cleaning their chest, cleaning their jowl. They're extremely flexible and youthful, and I think this young man's got the one that comes to the top for me. I love the youthfulness of that heifer. I love the extension that she has in terms of her stride when she gets out here and goes. Love the foot shape and design of that one. Very easy class winner for me in a difficult class at 3 heifers here. The next heifer coming out, there's a lot of nice things about this heifer. She's one that wants to get a little up in her tail head in terms of the way she's set there parked right now. She's one that wants to push a little too much out in that sternum for me at this stage of the game. Freshen that one up. I think it changes things a little bit, a little coarser in her design than what our class winner is overall. Another high quality heifer coming out here third in the buckskin heifer. That's a heifer that's got a lot of good to her. Just another one of them. For me and my kind and my type of cattle, I'd like to see freshened up out here in the show ring, but an extremely massive individual, plenty of shape and dimension and cow power.
This is your third and final call, Class 23 and 27 Charolais. Third and final call, Class 23 and 27 Charolais. Congratulations, your intermediate champion Charolais female goes to entry number 54, Boy H.L. Mary M452, exhibited by Brooke A. Polson of Darwin, Minnesota. Your Class 15 results: in first place with a weight of 1,621 pounds, BRCHENHNRX Hot Pepper 4507, exhibited by Brixton Steve Birch of Oneida, South Dakota.
We get back out here in this exciting division of Charolais females. Like I said in that last class, there's one that just really trips my trigger in terms of freshness and completeness and the overall design that this one brings to the table. This young man will be your champion. Young lady will be reserved. Congratulations.
Results of class number 16 in first place, and also your spring champion Charolais female goes to entry number 66, boy AALB Montella 410M with a weight of 1,468 pounds, was exhibited by Brock D. Studer of Creston, Iowa. Second place in class 16 in your reserve champion spring female goes to entry number 67, Senate Mila 18M with a weight of 1,635 pounds, was exhibited by Mackenzie K. Neal of Lewisburg, Ohio. This is your first call, all champion and reserve champion Charolais females. Please make your way to the makeup arena. First call, all champion and reserve champion Charolais females. Please make your way to the makeup arena. Attention Charolais Bull exhibitors. Due to the size of the Charolais Bull Show, all bulls will be called at the same time. Once again, all Charolais bulls will be called at the same time. Your Class 10 winner of your Open Santa Gertrudis Female Show in first place went to Tag 30, CL Baudica, exhibited by Alan Barlow. Your Class 11 results of your Santa Gertrudis Show in first place goes to entry number 34, XL's Golden Glory 435, exhibited by Dwayne Ermis. Your Class 12 results in first place goes to entry number 36, Miss 777 Lou Casey 392, exhibited by Pitchford Cattle.
Another nice trio of Charolais females over here. Two different types and kinds at the top of this class, and there's some give and takes in them for me, but I'm going to go ahead and use the larger framed, heavier statured heifer to win this class. She's one with a ton of power and a ton of dimension, but she doesn't give up anything in terms of look. I think that's a heifer that really gives you a nice look from the side. Love the added center portion of her body, the extension that she has through that front 1/3. Love the way she keeps that shoulder laid in nice and neat for that much mass and that much middle and that much cow that comes at you. I think that's where she excels. Our second place heifer. Love a lot of things about this heifer in terms of the overall flexibility that she has, in terms of the moderation, the freshness that she brings to the table. I'd like to change that heifer a little bit out of her front end. She wants to get a little opened up as you watch her come at you. Standing there right now, you can see that. She wants to stand a little far apart there off those front two, but that's getting pretty nitpicky on a very high quality heifer there at the top end of this class. Another real well balanced female here coming out next, one that just doesn't have the overall wow factor that those two in front of her have, but a heifer with a ton of shape and a ton of rib, a ton of middle to her. Just like to give her a little more look and take a little bit of that crest out of her front end to get her up over those two in front of her.
Your Class 19 results of your National Charolais Show. In first place with a weight of 1,698 pounds is entry number 73, BJF Susie 4029, exhibited by Avery F. Coles of Hutchinson, Minnesota. Second place with a weight of 1,417 pounds is entry number 71, J&J Angelina 403, exhibited by Kendall Sadler of Perkins, Oklahoma. Third place goes to entry number 70, Reeves Miss Redemption 2411, exhibited by Hayden L. Sampson of Afton, Tennessee. Now entering the ring is class number 20 of your early junior yearling females.
Nice pair of heifers here in the Charolais ring. This young lady's brought one out here, though, in terms of mass and volume and being in that wedge shape that I like to see in terms of tucked in there at her point of her shoulder and explosive through her stifle. I think this heifer excels this class. One that gives you a really nice look from the side, carrying a big heavy calf in her, kind of affecting her movement out here just a little bit today, but a heifer that really gives you a nice look from the side. Got a lot of good things and a lot of cow power going out of the ring here in first. The heifer here in second, big, long-bodied kind of female. One with a little added frame, one with a little added stoutness and power. I'd like to relax that one in her knees. She wants to get a little straight and a little over in that front end out here today, but a heifer that's got a lot of good things to her. I think take that one home, tone her back a little bit on feed. She'll go ahead and relax and make a nice cow on down the road. Congratulations. Well, back out here for division. The heifer out of our first class in this division, really big, stout, long made one. Good in terms of her shoulder design, the extension that one has in terms of her front end, the length of hip, the length of body that one possesses is pretty nice out here within this lineup of them. And then the one out of the last class, one a little more moderate in terms of her design, but really wide built from one end to the other. You like the neatness and the cleanliness through that front 1/3 with the extra width and dimension that she carries all the way back into that big, powerful hip. Two different types and kinds. I think there's one that suits me a little better. That's going to be the young lady here. She'll be your champion.
Second call, all champion and reserve champion Charolais females, please make your way to the makeup arena. Second call, all champion and reserve champion Charolais females, please make your way to the makeup arena. Results of class number 20 of your early junior yearling Charolais females in first place, and also your junior champion female goes to entry number 26, KLLR Miss Loretta 1M with a weight of 1,590 pounds, was exhibited by Gabriella Thibault of Idaville, Indiana. Your reserve junior champion female goes to entry number 73, BJF Susie 4029, exhibited by Avery F. Coles of Hutchinson, Minnesota. Second place in class number 20 with a weight of 1,698 pounds is entry number 76, Elman Miss Shelley M437, exhibited by Hayden L. Sampson of Afton, Tennessee.
Another nice class of Charolais females here, and you talk about ones that give you that brood cow look at this stage of the game, getting ready to go home and lay down and have calves for these people. And I think this one we start off with just extremely powerful and broody. That's the one that when you look at her, you think, wow, there's a lot of cow there. When you get to studying her, she's very correct in terms of her fundamentals. Really, really good in terms of her foot shape, good in terms of her joint work, really extended and high tying out of that neck. Heifer that lays in nice and neat in that shoulder design at this stage of the game. Really like the way the point of that shoulder lays into that chest. Just a very broody female to start off this class with, extremely high quality. Another more moderate kind of female here coming out next, one that's a little longer in her teat design than what our class winner is, but heifer, it's got a lot of good to her in terms of balance and eye appeal and freshness. I think that one's going to go on and make a nice cow on down the road for that young lady. Extremely high quality one there going out in second. Then we get a heifer here in third, very extreme in terms of her muscle type. One that's really big topped, really wide from stifle to stifle. Gets a little bit more tied up when you set her into motion than what the other two do in front of her, but a heifer with a lot of quality and a lot of good. Young lady's got a nice brood cow to take home and make a project out of.
All Santa Gertrudis bulls, please make your way to the makeup arena. All Santa Gertrudis bulls, please make your way to the makeup arena. First call, all Charolais bulls. First call, all Charolais bulls. Please make your way to the makeup arena. Results of Class 23 of your senior yearling Charolais females in first place, and also your senior champion female goes to entry number 81 with a weight of 1,898 pounds. JFS Millie 118, exhibited by Emily G. Allen of Lolita, Texas. Your reserve champion goes to entry number 79 with a weight of 1,611 pounds. GRNR Miss Poppy 1M, exhibited by Gardner Show Cattle of Hamilton, Ohio. Third place goes to entry number 82, Druins GG D113, exhibited by Taylor Moore of Nancy, Kentucky.
Well, definitely the hardest thing to bring to a show and keep together and keep cleaned up after is a cow-calf pair. So I commend all three of these exhibitors for bringing these pairs out here today. But I think when you sit back and you analyze them in terms of balance of udder, in terms of length of body and power and pounds of calf that the thing's raised, this first pair is the one that excels for me. A little more level in terms of her udder design. Really good footed Charolais female with plenty of growth and power and performance that the Charolais breed's known for. I think that one's a logical winner for me out here. There's a lot of things I like about this second place one here. The young lady's brought out. She's doing a really good job of raising a big fat heifer calf there. Like a lot of things about that heifer calf. Extremely well balanced, good in her design. Got a ton of muscle when you get in behind her and a little added look, little added dimension to that female. Very, very high quality heifer calf following that cow around. You'd like to see that cow just a little better in terms of her udder design, in terms of balance, and go ahead and attach that a little better from the rear. Really nice uddered female here coming out in the third, a little more modern in her design, maybe a little more terminal looking as you say, analyze that female, but that's a heifer with a lot of muscle and a lot of shape. She definitely transmitted it into that bull calf, just like to give them a little more pounds and performance to get them up within this trio of cow-calf pairs.
Second call, all Charolais bulls. Second call, all Charolais bulls, please make your way to the makeup arena. Third and final call, all Charolais bulls. Third and final call, all Charolais bulls, please make your way to the makeup arena. Congratulations, your grand champion, Santa Gertrudis female, goes to tag 36, Miss 777 Lucchese 392, exhibited by Pitchford Cattle. In your reserve grand champion, Santa Gertrudis female, goes to entry number 24, Miss 777 Granite 732, exhibited by Pitchford Cattle.
Well, first of all, I would like to thank the Charolais Association for having me out here to evaluate these Charolais females today. I know there's not been much in terms of numbers, but I'll challenge you to find a lineup of cattle that have this kind of look and have this kind of dimension and structural soundness of any of the breeds that we've had this week out here in terms of all the division winners. I think they're very, very high quality. I think these breeders ought to be commended for staying to the end of the week here at the North American and exhibiting these females. Let's give them a big round of applause real quick. When you sit back and you just analyze these things in terms of look, in terms of type and kind, very pleased for how it turned out with the limited numbers that we were working with. But if you can't tell, I like cattle that have a little extra look. I like cattle that have some shape. I like cattle that has some depth of body to them. But they have to be, first and foremost, sound at the ground. They have to have good feet under them. They have to be extremely sound when you set them into motion out here. I think there's a nice lineup of these cattle that have done that, but I think there's one though in particular for me out here, just in terms of the overall look and the overall balance and everything that she brings to the table, is one unique critter. No matter if she's white or purple or black, I think you've got to admire the things that this one brings to the table. I'm gonna go out here and select your champion in reserve. Like I say, thank you all for having me here today. It's a wonderful opportunity for me to be on the green shavings. Thank you.
Results from Class 27 of your Charolais show. In first place, and also your champion cow-calf pair, goes to entry number 87, WT Starbucks 13J, exhibited by Abigail E. Peck of Monroeville, New Jersey, in XSAP Starbucks. Your second place goes to entry number 86, SCG Lazy Eye Carbine Lady 124, exhibited by Anna P. Link of Rio, Illinois. Third place goes to Druin's Gin D105, entry number 85, exhibited by Isaac Clay D. Montgomery of Lancaster, Kentucky. Congratulations, your grand champion Charolais female goes to entry number 46, BFWGB Paisley 440, exhibited by Recky J. Bernard of Foosland, Illinois. Your reserve grand champion goes to entry number 66, Boy AALB Montella 410M, exhibited by Brock D. Studer of Creston, Iowa.
Single entry here with this January Charolais bull calf, but you talk about one that's got a lot of quality to him. He's a bull that's extremely long-bodied. He's a bull with a ton of muscle. When you get up on top of him, you get in behind him, you view him from stifle to stifle, a ton of shape. Love the testicular development that bull has under him. That's a bull I think's got an extremely bright future for that young man. Congratulations to him. We're a really athletic October barn Charolais bull calf here. Young ladies brought out. I tell you what, you talk about one that's long-bodied, really, really extra in terms of his dimension from side to side and end to end. That's a bull that's got a ton of power, ton of muscle, ton of product. He can go out and do some good within this industry.
Results of class number 33 of your National Charolais Bull Show. In first place, and also your junior calf champion bull, goes to entry number 93 with a weight of 1,075 pounds. TCC Mr. America 5188N, exhibited by Justin Teets of Cameron, Missouri. Your class 37 results: in first place, and also your senior calf champion bull, goes to entry number 97 with a weight of 1,492 pounds. Cars Mr. Jack in the Box 425P, exhibited by Carr Cattle Company of Webb City, Missouri, and Caprock Cattle Company of South Dakota.
Really like a lot of things about this Charolais bull we win this class with. I think in terms of just balance and eye appeal, flexibility off of both ends, foot shape and size. This one excels for me. He's the one that puts everything together in the most liked package for what I like to do within my program and what I see the industry needs. I think that one's a very high quality bull to start off with. The bull here in second's another one of those. If you need to add product, you need to add muscle. He's the one that does that. He's a little harder, though, in terms of his rib. He's a little straighter in terms of his hock. Not a bad one, but he's one I'd just like to see a little softer in that rear leg to get him over that one that wins. Definitely has his place in the industry. Congratulations.
Your Class 41 results of your Summer Yearling Charolais Bulls in first place, and also your Intermediate Champion Bull goes to entry number 101 with a weight of 1,705 pounds. Katie J. Graves of Kipton, Indiana, exhibited Border Patrol. Second place in class, and also your reserve champion, went to entry number 105 with a weight of 1,856 pounds. Cars Smoking Gun 418P, exhibited by Carr Cattle Company of Webb City, Missouri, and Henson Family Livestock of Georgetown, Ohio. Congratulations, your Grand Champion Center Gertrudis Bull goes to entry number 52, 777 Dreamboat 977 M2 Bet on Red, exhibited by Pitchford Cattle. In your reserve, Grand Champion Center Gertrudis Bull goes to entry number 46, 777 Candyman 777N6, exhibited by Caroline Daniel.
Very high quality bull here within the Charolais show. We love the structural correctness that this bull possesses. He's one that's out there on all four corners in terms of the way he stands down on that big square foot. He's one that really gets out in motors when you set him into motion. Love the extra shape, the dimension, the look that this bull brings to the table. Very production kind of oriented bull with a ton of muscle, a ton of look. Love that bull a lot.
Congratulations to your winner of your Get a Sire and Produce of Dam of your Santa Gertrudis show. Goes to Caroline Daniel. Your Class 48 results of your Senior Yearling Charolais Bulls in first place with a weight of 2,230 pounds is entry number 108, JFS Cowboy Capital 1019, exhibited by Jeff's Cattle Company of Stephenville, Texas. Now entering the ring is class number 50 of your 2-year-old Charolais Bulls.
Big mature Charolais bull here that definitely brings to the table what the Charolais breeding's known for, and that's muscle. That's a bull that's going to go out and going to add a lot of yield grade to those cattle in terms of just added carcass and performance and muscle. When you take him to the rail, he's the one that possesses that. He's big, big top, really wide from stifle to stifle. Just a nickel round in his design, but you're going to have that with as much muscle as what this bull brings to the table, and yet still does it in a very nice sound complete package. Congratulations.
Congratulations to your Class 103 winner. Goes to entry number 67, Miss 777 Bear 5418, exhibited by Cash Groves.
Well, we get these two big, stout, mature bulls back out here and compare them standing side by side. And both bulls very good in their own right, but I think there's one that just excels in the overall look and the overall balance, the squareness of hip that he possesses, yet still has a tremendous amount of muscle to him. That's going to be the young lady's bull right here. He'll be your champion. Follow up with the other one for reserve.
Results of Class 50 of your 2-year-old Charolais bulls. In first place with a weight of 2,697 pounds is entry 113, Triple C Sundance 3026P, exhibited by Epperson Cattle of Laredo, Missouri. Congratulations to your senior champion bull. Goes to entry number 108, JFS Cowboy Capital 1019, exhibited by Jeff's Cattle Company of Stephenville, Texas. Your reserve champion senior bull goes to entry number 113, Triple C Sundance 3026, exhibited by Epperson Cattle of Laredo, Missouri. Now entering the Charolais ring is a selection of your grand and reserve grand champion Charolais bull.
Well, it was a quick and fast Charolais Bull show, but I tell you what, when you get these champions back out here and look at them, they're as competitive as what they'll be anywhere in the country. I think there's one that comes to the top for me in terms of what Charolais Bulls need to look like in terms of muscle, in terms of balance, in terms of eye appeal, adding that pounds to the calf crop that they're noted for across the commercial industry from coast to coast. It's kind of impressive to go out and see the number of Charolais Bulls that you do see standing in pastures and running on cows, and the amount of smoky calves that are out there going to the sale barn, and it says something for the breed and what they have to offer. And congratulations to all these breeders. Thanks again for having me out here. I'm going to go pick your champion in reserve. It's been a good little bull show here.
Congratulations, your grand champion Charolais bull goes to entry number 108, JFS Cowboy Capital 1019, exhibited by Jeff's Cattle Company of Stephenville, Texas. Your reserve grand champion Charolais bull goes to entry number 93, TCC Mr. America 5188N, exhibited by Justin Teets of Cameron, Missouri. Congratulations once again to all of our Charolais exhibitors. Results from Class 106 of your Star 5 females. In first place goes to entry number 70, BCC 1202 Melania 2401, exhibited by Joel Butler. Second place to entry number 71, Gucci's God's Fave M401, exhibited by Pitchford Cattle. Congratulations, your grand champion Star 5 female goes to entry number 70, BCC 1202 Melania 2401M, exhibited by Joel Butler. And your reserve grand champion Star 5 female goes to entry number 69, Miss 777 ABF Jelly Bean, exhibited by Anna Rustin Phelps. Congratulations to 777 Farms for winning your Premier Breeder Award.